Stop. Good Super Sunday evening, YouTuberinos. Thomas, Haley, Chris, and Shelby here. Welcome back to another edition of the Thomas and
Haley Show.
And since Shelby thought of the topic, I'm going to let her tell you guys what we're going to be talking about.
First of all, good Sunday fun day evening, YouTuberinos. I had to turn my Wi-Fi off so that the signal doesn't mess up on me. So tonight's topic will be audiobooks, pros and cons, versus described movies, pros and cons.
Like what like what we're gonna like with
your preference to audio movie. I'm sorry to interrupt. Your preferences for audio movies versus audiobooks.
Well, actually, Daniel came up. Remember, maybe we didn't tell you, but Daniel said, like, what about audio, movies, like, versus watching it with a sighted person versus watching it on your own. That's what we decided we were gonna talk about.
See, okay, I didn't. Okay, that was okay.
I forgot to tell you. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. No, it's perfect.
That's honestly a little easier because you can tell each side of it.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to greet the YouTuberinos?
Good evening, beautiful people of the world. Don't knock her.
What about you, Chris?
Oh, how y'all doing? Hope y'all had a good weekend like we did.
Nice. All right, so I'm not a movie person, but if I was, and if I did watch or listen to movies, I would rather watch the movie with a sighted person. This way, the sighted person can tell me what the fuck is going on. So yeah.
Which is fair. That is fair. Yeah, that
does make sense.
So yeah. What about you guys?
But Thomas, don't mean to interrupt, but the thing with audio description when it comes to movies,
yep.
That person that's doing the audio description, they're telling you the whole scene, that was surrounding the scene, and what's going on with the movement of the characters, and what they're actually saying.
Yeah.
The whole concept of it.
Yeah.
That actually is a benefit, even to somebody like me that has sight.
Yep.
Because sometimes it's the little stuff that you miss in the movie that you won't understand.
Right.
You know?
Right. Cool. And what about you, Hailey?
Either way would work for me, but if there is like the opportunity for me to have like a device that does like the audio description, that would be better. So that way I don't have to keep asking for every single like sighted detail, like hey babe, can you tell me what's happening here? Like every single time, like if I can use your own head, that would just be nice to have. But if there isn't, hey, it's okay if you can tell me what's happening because I still want to know it.
Right.
So I can go either way with that.
Okay. And what about you, Shelby?
So, I'm with Chris on this one because I have vision as well, but because mine is a little bit weirder, I also would like, especially if it's specific and I need, like, if it's necessary for me to have the specifics for whatever reason, then I would ask a sighted partner. Case in point, just a brief thing.
Yep.
When I was in college, we had to watch a play. We had to watch not a movie per se, but an opera.
Oh,
and
wow.
We had to look for some specifics, and I told the instructor that it would be next to impossible because everybody's dressed in black. I can't see shit.
Oh.
So, yeah. So even with my little vision, they were looking for specific things. So I had to ask specific questions, and needless to say, it was done. But I did write in my paper from the eyes of the blind individual. And as far as movies go, the audio description does a lot of it, and a lot lot of the the only con I have to this would be the audio description sometimes takes away from the character dialogue.
Gotcha.
So sometimes, because it's describing every little facial expression, every little thing, so it sometimes it does take away from the dialogue.
Right.
That's why I prefer audiobooks or even the documentaries, because sometimes they will
Yep.
stop, anyway. But that's why audiobooks are. I mean, I don't know, but the movies are good. I listen to a lot of documentaries, less action-packed movies, because the more action you have, the more audio description is gonna it's gonna dilute the dialogue.
Right.
So you need to have a balance of the two.
Right.
Or, visual aspect as well as audio description,
Yep.
which you don't want to have watching movies with it overpowering the dialogue of the characters.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
But for me,
Yep.
when it comes to like watching, so like if you like watching action movies,
Mm-hmm.
the audio description helps describing like the movement of the people in the scenes, and
Right, yeah.
it gives you a better view of like if it's a crash scene, or if it's a scene where people are fighting, like hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that.
Describing where they're aiming, if they're doing like moves that like where they're
Right,
aiming towards and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and Shelby mentioned, I think you mentioned something briefly about documentaries. The thing I like about documentaries is the fact that they're based on true and real life stories. It actually happens to real people.
Right.
And of course, if you have the opportunity to actually talk to these people that survived from these scenarios, or witnesses to stuff,
Right.
you don't need audio description for that, because they're literally telling you the story. It's wow.
Yeah.
If you're having audio description for this, it's kind of counterproductive, unless if they want to describe that kind of outfits they were wearing at the time, based on the footage kind of thing. That's where that would be acceptable, because that makes sense.
Okay.
But describe
Or the text.
Damn.
And another thing, Haley, that they will do in these documentaries is they'll put these texts, these lines of text, and where there's no narration, where the testimony, the individual giving the testimonies, there's say for example, 2 years later, or FBI headquarters, or Quantico, or even as the agent is talking, the voiceover will say Agent Davidson or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where that would kind of be beneficial as far as. But it can be counterproductive. I mean, there's like anything in life, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be pros and cons to every little thing that you do, even audiobooks versus movies, which I will be talking about on my channel. So stay tuned for that.
Okay.
I noticed sometimes with the audio description of movies, if there's a timeline skip, it takes a minute or two to catch up with it.
Right.
And I'm wondering why that happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think my guess is probably because it's like a separate I guess audio output, I guess, because you're inputting the audio description into the specific scenes, I guess after editing, I suppose. Not really sure what the process is to add all that stuff, put it together per se, but I guess that's my guess, is because that's put inside after the fact, so maybe it depends on when it was put in. That's the reason why there's a delay for it, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's
I don't know.
That's a good possibility.
Yeah, that could be.
I'm pretty sure if you trust your best friend Google.com, I'm pretty sure he'll give you an answer somewhere. Probably. Exactly. I actually don't really know, but that's a good guess from
For more information, please go to www.google.com for more details and information.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Or you can go to.
Ask your favorite smart speaker.
There was one time.
Right.
Well, there was one time. This was back in October of 2020. There was one time when we did me and Megan did a Shooting the Breeze video with Kyle, and it was so hilarious. I wish he didn't take it down, but it was so hilarious because in the stream I said, I was joking around and I said, go to www.fuckyou.com for more details and information. It was so funny. So if you guys have a topic or any suggestions that you guys want us to talk about, definitely leave it. Your suggestions or a suggestion for a topic in the comments down below in any of my videos. And everybody has a talent, so make sure you use it.
Yes, please do. And every time it skills a talent also.
And make sure you subscribe to Talented HV.
Please
and don't forget, when there's a cat, there is the kitty woman. Please subscribe to the kitty woman.
And Low Vision Technology, LV.
Sweet tea! Sweet tea! Anyway. And of course, subscribe to my channel, please. Doing Everything Blind.
Yep.
Y'all take
All right, folks.
care.
Y'all take care.
Bye, y'all.